Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Joe Juliano, and welcome to Gel Power Training. It's all about the gel and the power that it's giving us to go out there and build a business. Today, what I want to focus on is two questions that I get. Really, it's the same question, I should say, from two different types of people. People that are in the business that are bringing in new individuals that say, what's the first thing I should do with a new distributor? And people that are new ask me the same thing. What should I do first? Guys, 26 years ago when I started in this field of home-based business, I took the training that I learned then, and it's the same training that I use today. It's all the same. It's almost like mastering the mundane, but I heard one thing. They said, don't stop going to the trainings until you can teach it. And they said, whether it's on the phone or whether it's live, whether it's in somebody's home or in a hotel, whatever it is, continue participating and going to the training until you can teach it. And this is what I want to tell you. We all come to one place when we get started, and that place is found in your resources section of your back office. It's called the You Can Envision Success. You can envision success. You can, you will. I know it's possible. And you're going to learn there that the principles have never changed, okay? Because in network marketing, we make a list. We have an activity schedule. We share and demo the information in the product, and then we lead people to three-way calls and webinars, and we sign them up and duplicate. Those principles haven't changed. They're still the same today. Now, the practices are a little different. When I started, it was cassette tapes, it was videotapes, then it went to CDs, and now we just send a link. So that's how the practices change. So guys, that's the first thing I want you to do is I want you to go into the You Can Envision training system. I want you to open it up, and I want you to look at the table of contents. And the very first thing I want you to do is I want you to go to the goal sheet. Okay? Listen, guys, discipline. Discipline to get this stuff done and do what I'm getting ready to ask you to do. That's the bridge between goals and accomplishments. I see people set goals all the time, and I see them fail at their goals, and I see them forget their goals. It's like New Year's resolutions in January is about they're going to go to the gym. It's February, and I've seen a 50% decrease in the people that are showing up at the gym. That's because there's no discipline, ladies and gentlemen. The price for success must be paid up front. The price must be paid now. And that discipline, I want this to drive into you. It's going to be that bridge that has to be formed between goals and real accomplishments, meaning, did you hit your goals? I want you to go right to goals, and I want you to get with your sponsor. And if your sponsor doesn't know this, I want you to find out who your upline coordinator and coach is, and I want you to get with them, either in person or on the phone, and I want you to tell them, are you part-time or full-time? And when you're going to be working your new life, your life business. And then I want you to answer question 2. Are you planning on working towards a full-time income with New Life? And most people start part-time. Understand that, please. How many hours per week do you plan on investing in your New Life business? And how many days per week are you going to work? This is helping you form an activity schedule with this one of the principles, one of the pillars of success. I call them principles. I call them the 4 pillars. Remember them. Don't forget. It's make a list. It's activity schedule. It's share the information. And it's three-way calls and webinars. Those are the 4 pillars that you need to start instilling in your mind and planning on the hard drive of your device so that discipline can be worked and your goals can be reached. Question 4, how much money would you like to earn per month? In other words, what do you need right now? Okay, so how much do you need to make to pay your bills? And then question 5, guys, this is the golden question. This is why I'm in network marketing for 2.5 decades, because I don't know if this, apparently it was meant to happen, but it happened to me. What do you really want? In other words, what is your true why? That's the question. What's your true why? We all want something, and when we determine what that, capital THAT, is, we make it happen with action, and action is the difference between dream and reality. Whether it's the bridge or it's, the bridge is the action between dream and reality. Action is the difference between dream and reality, is the same thing as discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Figure out why you're here, guys. I'm going to tell you mine. I say it every Tuesday and Thursday night when I do webinars for you and your prospects so that they can get started in the company. And that is, I used to be an aircraft mechanic, and I used to get sent overseas in the summertime, and I'd get to pick where I was going to be, and I'd be there for 3 or 4 months at a time. Well, it was really fun when I was a single guy, but when I got married and had 2 children, Lee and I decided, hey, we don't want you to be away from the kids. We want you to grow up with the kids. Guys, that was my why. My why was to be able to have choices and options and not be forced to have to keep my job and go overseas every summer. I didn't want to do that. So I found network marketing, and it set me free. That's the first thing that I want you to do. I want you to get with your upline person who sponsored you onto the team. And if they don't know, get them, gather them up and get on a phone call with your coordinator. Make sure they help you do this. Make sure you write it down. Have an accountability partner, whether it be your spouse or somebody on the team, whether it be your sponsor. Work together, and remember, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishments. And, let's get that. Take action, because that's going to be the difference between making your dreams a reality. And it's all about discipline and taking action on a daily basis. That's the first thing I wanted to accomplish. The next thing I wanted to accomplish on this is I want to give you marching orders for your DMO. What's DMO? That's my daily method of operations. Now, remember what I just said, okay? I talked about a list. So the first, one of the first things you're going to do after, setting your goals is you're going to make your list. And guys, on page 8, there's a new ULive contact list, and it's name, phone number, and email. Listen, what I want you to do here is I want you to gather all your Facebook contacts, and I want you to write them down. I don't want you to use your Facebook as a list. I want names, phone numbers, and emails on paper. Now listen, some people like to get their favorite notebook. Get your favorite notebook. I'm using one here that I tend to love, and I'm making a list of people. This is just from yesterday. That's just a little list, a continuation of yesterday. And make that list, all the people in your phone contacts. And listen, on the last page of the UCAN Envision Success System is a memory jogger, okay? The memory jogger, prospect memory jogger, friends and family, volunteer organizations, health and healthcare, professionals and officials. Professionals, let's stop there. Accountants. How many of us know 5 accountants and CPAs? Put them on your list. Do you know an architect, a professional athlete, a bank loan officer or tellers, city officials, computer programmers, engineers, firefighters, insurance agents, interior decorators, journalists, law enforcement officers, lawyers, mail carriers, photographers? You get the idea. Go through the memory jogger and make a list of a couple of hundred people. And guys, listen, if you're my age, 51 years old, you're just getting started. You know thousands of people that you're going to be able to tell about the gel, okay? The next thing I want to talk about is your activity schedule. Guys, listen, if you talk to one person a day for 30 days, that means you have 30 new prospects. Now, we're really cutting it short now because most people in our company talk to 5 or 10 people a day. But what if you talk to one person a day, 30 people a month? And what if 20% of those people wanted to use the product or be in your business? You would have 6 new people a month. My goodness. At the end of the year, that would be 72 people that you personally brought in as customers or distributors. You play around with some numbers for a while and do a little geometric progression with that. 1 a day, and then do 2 a day, and then do 3 a day, do 5 a day. Those of you that want to do this full time, those of you that want to be serious, your activity schedule, it's all about your activity. Now, am I telling you that you have to work 8, 10, 12 hours a day? No, I'm not. What I want to teach you how to do is simply pique people's interest and send them a video 3 to 10 times a day, depending on where you want to fall. If you have a big full time and you want to get up in the morning when you want to get up in the morning, and you want to go on vacation when you want to go on vacation, you want to do what you want to do when you want to do it, have what you want to have when you want to have it, live in a different zip code, I don't care what you want. then you'll do this 10 times a day. But listen, I'm not telling you to do it 10 times a day. I'm merely suggesting if you want this full time and you understand what we have in our hands, the only transdermal HGH product available without prescription, with an NDC code from the FDA as an over-the-counter homeopathic drug, can you tell people that you have that once, 3 times, 5 times, 10 times a day? Guys, this is what I love about network marketing. I can't make that decision for you. You come up with that activity schedule, and you will be blown away when you decide, I'm going to do this 5 times a day. That's like a part-timer. 3 to 5 times a day is a part-timer sharing the video, okay? Which I'm going to tell you what that is in a second. I'm going to tell you exactly what I do. I'm going to give you a 7-step, okay, really we call it a 3-step, but I'm going to really break it down here. And I'm going to share what I want you to do however many times a day you want to do it. And however many times a day you want to do it is directly related to how much you want to obtain. I'm just going to be real straight with you and cut to the chase. How much you want to obtain and how fast you want to do it. But I can guarantee you this. Whatever that number is, you must be disciplined. It is the bridge. And if you do not take the time to observe the discipline, you might as well not bother. But here's what you do. This is so simple, ladies and gentlemen. And listen, all the things that I'm going to talk about, I don't want to take hours on this video. When I talk about a 3-way call, it's going to describe it in here in detail. This is why you must become a student of the You Can Envision Success Manual, and it will set you free. This little simple training manual can literally set you free if you have the discipline to do this every single day. Here's what you're going to do with this list. And when you determine and you make a commitment how many times a day you're going to do it, and keep track of it, because it'll tell you if you're falling short on a certain time, and that's a training for another day, okay, the activity schedule. But let's just go through it right now. So here's what I want you to do. You're going to start calling people on your list, and you're going to say, have you heard about the gel? Now listen, they can't pick up the phone and you say, have you heard about the gel? They're going to think you're nuts. And they pick up the phone and say, hey, it's Joe. How are you doing, Sam? It's been a couple months since we talked. Gosh, last time I saw you at the gym. How have you been? How's the job? How's Sandy? Catch up a little bit. I call it family, occupation, recreation, transition. Transition into that question that you want to pop. So that's in the You Can't as well. Warm up with people. Just take a minute or so, but tell them the truth. Say, listen, I'm calling for a specific reason. I want to ask you a question. Have you heard about the gel? That's number 1, okay? Number 1, have you heard about the gel? Because I got to tell you about this before somebody else does. Been using this product, and it's going viral, and it's just amazing. Let them answer. No, what is it? It's the only transdermal HGH product available without a prescription, and it's registered with the FDA as an over-the-counter homeopathic drug. You're probably going to go, wow, that's a mouthful. Here's the next thing you want to do. You want to say, look, I could talk for hours about what this product has done for me, but what I really like to do is send you a video. If I send you a 3-minute video, would you watch it? Ask it just like that. If I send, will you watch? And then step 3, send. Get on thegel.com. That's what you're going to do. Get on thegel.com. Or you're going to follow up and say, what did you like? Or what questions do you have? Whatever you want to say. People right here get all funny about, don't say, what did you think? Don't say what. Just call them back. Don't get all bent up about what you're going to say other than, did you like it? And they're going to say, yeah, it was very interesting. Say, listen, here's the next step. You're going to put them on a 3-way call, or maybe it's 5 o'clock in the evening on a Tuesday, and in a few hours, there's going to be a webinar at 9, okay? Say, I'm going to put you on a webinar tonight. You can learn all about it. Or put them on a 3-way call. Guys, I'm telling you right now, the most powerful thing that I've said in this entire training to help you build your network marketing business, if you do all the other things, is 3-way call. Use someone that knows Use somebody that understands. Your people trust you and they love you, I'm sure. They're not going to respect your business savvy about HGH. They know you're an aircraft mechanic, or they know you're a plumber, or they know you're a dentist. What do you know about HGH? You're new at this. Induce an expert. Tell them, listen, I'm working with someone who's very knowledgeable. I'm kind of new, and I want to make sure that you get 100% of the information properly rather than me giving you some misinformation. So let me see if I can connect you with Joe or Sally or Lee, and then put them on a three-way call. And listen, they might be ready to sign up right there. Anytime somebody's ready to sign up, let's say it's before the three-way call. Anytime they're ready to sign up, say, you know what, let's get you started. But then I want to introduce you to your expert so that they know that they have somebody that they can talk to that's well-versed in the business. So anytime throughout this process that someone is ready to join, sign them up. Take charge of your future and just bring them on board, get them an ID number, show them their website, and then introduce them around. And we're going to bring them to the Gel Power Training website. They can see this training as well. Now, listen, sometimes they need additional information. All right, what I suggest is that you become a member. We have secret groups called the Gel Testimonials for Men or the Gel Testimonials for Women. You have to be a part of the group, and then you invite them and encourage them. Say, hey, listen, I just tagged you on there, made you a part of the group, accept it. It's in your notifications. Go on there and check out the testimonials. And then guess what, guys? If they haven't been to a three-way call or a webinar yet, and you got them getonthegel.com, and then you had to get them additional information, which is normally those testimonial sites. Maybe they wanted to ask about the comp plan, and you sent them the 5 little 2-minute videos in our back office resources. Maybe it was that. And then you led them to a three-way call and webinar. What do you do next? You ask them, are you ready to get started? Where would you like your gel delivered? And you start putting them in, or if they want to do it themselves, you get them on your link and let them enroll themselves. Guys, these bits of information that I just gave you, the daily method of operations, is the system. I call it PS3. Peak, share, three-way. Peak, share, three-way. Peak, share, three-way. I keep doing that all day in my mind. I do this. I do it every single day. I'm always peaking someone. This morning at the gym, I peaked the police officer. And I said, told her about the gel. I got this process started with a new person in person. Do this DMO every single day. Make sure that every single person that joins your team goes in and internalizes, not just looks through it, internalizes, sets their goals. You can't envision training system. You can envision success. I can envision it for you. If you have the discipline, remember, that's the bridge between our goals and what really is going to happen, our accomplishments. And then the difference between dream and reality, what is it? It's taking action, but it's every single day. However many days you say you're going to work your new life business, you might say, I'm going to work 6 days a week and take Sunday off. And I'm going to talk to 3 people a day. Well, guys, 6 times 3 is 18 people a week. 18 people a week, what is that, 36? I think it's 72 people a month. My math might be off. It's not my greatest subject. But just think, if you're talking to over 70 people a month, times 10 months, that's 700 people a year. My goodness. What's going to happen to your business if you do this and you teach this? Ladies and gentlemen, this is probably the most important video you'll ever see in the start of your new life business. Bring every single individual that joins your team to this video on the Gel Power site on Facebook. Make sure they go through the book. Make sure they internalize it. Make sure they do the things that are outlined in this book that are here for their success. We look forward to seeing you all over the country. God bless each and every one of you. Thanks for your belief in Somaderm and Alex Goldstein and myself and us leaders in the company that are here to help you succeed. We truly are sincere about that. And we look forward to working with you and helping you reach your goals and your accomplishments and helping you take that action every step of the way. Have an incredible day. It's all about the gel power, baby. Have a great one.